Hi, it's Joanne. Today we're watching Criminal Minds, Season 17, Episode 1, Gold Star. I am very excited to be back with the show. Also, kind of stressed. What the fuck is Gold Star? I'm glad we're not going to be, leaving that in the background for a while. No, we're getting straight to the point of it, but I'm stressed about what it's going to turn out to be. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. Now, this is going to be a little different to Season 16. Season 16, I reacted to, ages after it came out. This show, if I hadn't taken my holiday, my break in June, I would have got to basically when it came out and I would have been watching it live. So this show, I will put in the reactions up as though it is a live reaction show, which it just affects what tier you need to sub to get the unedited version. And that way it's easier for more people to access it. And also I will still be doing them one a week just because I would love to catch up, but these episodes aren't short and needing to edit them, and I have other things to react to and other things. So this will still be up once a week. I think it's going to be every Saturday. Every once a week on a Saturday, I will be posting my reactions to season 17. I know I am 4 or 5 weeks behind where it actually is, but I can't catch up. I really tried considering it. I looked at my schedule and I just wasn't able to. So I'm stressed. I'm excited. Let's go.
Jasmine tea and honey.
Now I've seen
Oh dear.
everything.
Oh dear. Now you've seen everything.
No coffee, no more alcohol.
What the hell?
Why would you go to here?
Bertoli, what happened?
They know him?
It's a gunshot wound.
You think he did it?
He's one of ours. Not a chance.
No way.
I hate that mentality because how many people did these police officers or whatever interrogate, friends or family of the suspect of their murders? You go, he would never have done it. I know him. He could never have done that. You don't know. You can say, I can't believe he would have done it, and we're going to give him the same investigation that everybody else, innocent until proven guilty. But you have to consider that he might have done it. They treat other people so much differently to how they treat themselves, and it's frustrating.
SSA Emily Prentice, FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit.
That's great.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
You seeing them all hang out.
No, you meant to say.
Fuck
We're
Greg.
doing this at my place next time. But there's no pressure on you to come in tomorrow. I mean, you got more vacation time saved up than all of us.
It's time. Idle hands.
All right.
Is he really okay?
Conspiracy theories are brewing.
He's in his head.
And there's no pressure on you this week.
Rossi, ask for help. Get help.
Shut up! Drive safe, huh?
You too.
Let them know. They can help you. Many of them have been in similar... these characters have all been through so many kidnappings and attacks and shootings.
Happy birthday. Just nothing? Just a little cheeky, or does he mean it?
I mean...
he's thinking about me like that.
At this point, is it okay for her to date him? The Voight thing, I guess there's not being any, anything done publicly about Voight because of the Gold Star stuff. He's getting, shenaniganed away by elite government people. But does that mean it wouldn't be crossing the witness boundary lines? That was my biggest issue with it.
Why am I doing?
There's Gold Star on the bullet.
Gold Star is a person?
Yes.
An unsub.
Based on the 3 cases I've found
Literally
so far,
mad at myself for being so slow.
If Gold Star is an active unsub.
This is going to be intense because the higher-ups are covering this up. So the minute they start investigating it...
Are you okay? A request for a federal file was approved an hour ago.
What?
It came from the DOJ. Oh. Rebecca Wilson.
They are tracking Gold Star, and they're not protecting people from them. Is that what Voight's done? Lee, that was his real name, right? Is he basically offering that he will help them catch Gold Star in order to get a better deal for himself? Is that his plan? But then why he shot Bailey in the head? I don't entirely know, other than just because he could. See what else he can get away with that murderous energy out. This is just feeding him. He lives off this stuff. I feel like, again, I'm against putting tracking chips in humans, but I feel like we need to put a tracking chip in this man in case he ever escapes.
Hey, guys.
I wasn't expecting it to be him walking through that
I
door.
wasn't expecting you.
Director.
Reeves had a lot of followers. Any one of whom could come after me if I opened my mouth, so
He's smart.
I didn't.
He's still scrambling.
Wow. Just rolled out of your mouth like you believe it.
Imagine me on the stand.
And when
Man paid me a house call to shut me up. I thought, shit, this isn't good, so I protected my family and I shot Doug Payton.
What about when you tried to shoot your wife?
But you didn't fly me across. And so began the secret investigation into who the government codenamed Gold Star.
Fascinating. I didn't think we'd get so much information so quickly.
You, Bailey.
last chance. Give me his location.
Government is scrambling hard to cover Gold Star up. I feel like worse things have come out about them. And they've survived it.
Okay, you can't say USA. Burying him in a bunker was an overreaction, but I was under extreme duress.
He's good.
Go ahead and put me on trial. It only takes one juror.
Though we can literally, I suppose this meeting he knows isn't being recorded because they're discussing Gold Star. But it also is being recorded because the BA were watching it. So on the trial, you would just show that snippet of the recording and be like, oh, I'm sorry, the rest of it got lost. And it would be a shady government thing to do, but the government does shady things all the time.
The DOJ is prepared to offer you a deal.
What
You could
deal?
plead guilty to the abduction of.
You're going to agree that I'm never charged as Sicarius. And I'll tell you everything I know.
And that's it.
Jesus Christ.
We can't prove he's Sicarius.
Coulson
We
wouldn't.
knew Voight would have a backup plan that.
He didn't want our eyes on it.
You think he's hiding something?
Oh yes, definitely.
Really? Like what?
I don't know. But he was desperate enough to try to make a deal.
Like,
But
you would just get your BAU team on it. They're not gonna go.
Yes, he did.
Blabbing
The
about
Sicarius
it.
charges are off the AG and director must think Gold Star is a national security issue.
I mean, Gold Star probably is a national security issue, but at the same time, so is the man who coordinated a national network of serial killers. And you'll give him 5 years. He'll slip parole.
I'm just doing my job. Yeah, what, at the expense of common sense?
Mhm.
Do you really think you can trust a psychopathic
Morality?
serial killer more than you can trust us?
Well, at least he didn't lie to me.
What the fuck?
Jesus.
He
I should have.
murdered
What?
hundreds of
I should have
people
known that a
by
couple who
proxy
met
and
Alva would
himself.
have boundary issues.
When's the last time you went to mandated trauma therapy?
You have to
Alright.
make him go.
we have
He
each other's
needs
back.
it.
Always have. But you told me
Like, having his back right now is making him go to therapy because he needs it. And if that therapist isn't working for him, making him seek help in some other way.
whatever it is that's behind the director's deal is bullshit.
Coulson would never.
Engineer even bother carrying a gun to work. Then I found Sean Riggs, 35, insurance salesman, Gold Star casing in his gun.
Are they all
Seems
operatives
artificial
of
and
some
cold,
kind?
Albeit dramatic. I mean, look at him now. He's locked up and he's still found a way to
Yeah.
get control. Whether he knows Gold's...
Maybe he knew something. Because we've got 3 dead dudes
Yeah.
and a woman married to a guy who might have had a secret that's so gigantic.
Was he
huge that
torturing
got him
them?
killed. So what is that secret?
Well, it's all here.
And torturing a loved one is
We just
often
have to
a
keep digging.
more powerful motivator. Watching someone else suffer is harder than suffering yourself.
Oh, I'm very sorry for your loss. Easy.
He is not in a good way, understandably.
Get back.
He has some elite military training. You need not a gun, you need something to tranquilize him, sedate him.
Don, stop!
Hold on. Just put it down.
Don?
Put it
Don,
down. Don't,
no!
don't.
Yeah. Don is still our biggest lead. Because he didn't kill him, he needed something from him, or he made himself especially. And that fighting, that wasn't average cop fighting, that was like elite training fighting.
Never thought that I'd see any of you again.
I liked Tyler on the whole, so I'm glad he's back.
Sorry.
Hopefully he can be healthier.
You going rogue? saved me.
Really?
Well, showing up like you did was stupid and reckless. Don't do that. But it was also a curveball.
Yep.
Would you take a look? Maybe
We're
tell
trusting
us
you.
if we're missing something?
Hey, Tyler. Wow, you know, I was just thinking about you. I was just...
Dive headfirst into the awkwardness to say, I'm happy to see you again.
That was a mature way of dealing with it.
These killings and the fallout.
I would not want to be the one talking to this man.
Vengeance.
There's going to be one more, then he'll go underground.
Wait, what?
That's what Voight said about the pattern. He said there's one more with
Okay,
the rest.
I have a lot more respect for her now than I did before.
Is Gold Star on a mission?
I don't know. That's all I can give you right now. I shouldn't
Okay.
be talking to you.
I have more respect from her than I did before. The fact that she actually just did that.
Why that son of a bitch Voight rots in prison for the rest of his life? Or maybe... I don't know.
Don't say that's because I miss you. You should be doing it because it's
Boundary issues.
the right thing rather than because you're in love with Tara. Like, it's good you're doing it because you're in love with Tara, but like...
From the past, or
Worst possible thing happened to Don Bertoli, but he still didn't come clean to either of you. He was silent, right?
Oi, you do not have barging privileges. And wait, you just interrupted JJ.
Sorry, JJ. Bertoli being all comatose of shame.
Rebecca
trauma.
just told me that Voight says these victims are connected and that there's going to be one more before Gold Star.
She does have barging privileges.
are connected how?
Yeah, at least you were shot before your eyes were removed. That's a plus that the wife didn't get. Oh no, maybe they're gonna do it while... Oh no, nope. Okay, you're shot and your eyes are being removed. Sorry, sir. You get both worst case scenarios too. How did Voight know he...
Dead for a long time.
How did Voight know he'd already been here?
Gold Star's first victim.
Whoa. He's still here! But Gold Star was literally here because he's not finished. Who's looking for Gold Star in their immediate area? The eyes aren't gone yet. You know Gold Star's still here. Like, did they at least look for somebody? Like, set up a perimeter and, like, at least try looking for him? Because they know Gold Star has a pattern and his eyes are always gone. The eyes weren't gone and the guy wasn't dead yet.
You want to tell me what the hell's going on?
Great question.
Coulson would never.
All due respect, Gold Star is that much of a political liability?
That man, whatever his real name is, has proven himself to be a clear and present danger. So, since you volunteered to make catching
So
your
sweet.
top priority, the BAU will work with Elias Voight to make that happen.
We will not.
Oh, you most certainly will.
We will not rely, sir.
That's fair, Director. We'll cooperate.
Smart choice. I don't say good luck because I don't believe in it. Just get me results.
This is dangerous and Rossi's head is in a dangerous place.
I have a plan.
I can't say I like
Finally
the idea.
one up on
Yeah,
him,
but
but...
we don't have any other lead.
Bundy accidentally admitted in detail about his own murders that he hadn't admitted to before.
So you think
I hate Voight being so heavily in Rossi's mind right now.
The weakness is his hubris. That's when he makes a mistake.
This is so
He
chilling.
thinks he's in charge.
Must be hilarious to film.
Could be
The more time we spend with Voight, the more opportunity we have to get under his skin, get ammunition that we can use against him.
To bring the monster out. To the director, to the attorney general.
Hey, I'll post it on YouTube myself. I don't give a fuck. There's no.
I just
doubt in the
hate that
world
Inside
I'll
Voight
see
is
this.
enjoying this so much. Inside the head Voight.
Elias Voight, who wants first crack at him, and not you.
I mean, fair enough.
Let's get started.
Like the Voight keeps his hair so very perfectly, despite being in prison. Okay, this season is kicking off brilliantly. First of all, I love any time we get to see the BAU in their downtime, smiling, laughing, and being happy, but spending time together. It was what always struck me as like they were so kind of like dramatic when, say, like Morgan moved away. Now, obviously, it is sad because I mean, it was happy as well because he was moving away for like happy reasons. But it was sad because like your friend is moving away, you're not going to see him every day at work, you're not going to see him as much. But they kind of acted like, to a degree, like we will never see him again. And yes, he won't come around all the time, but he'll come for visits here and there. And like, if one of them gets married one day, I'm sure he'll come to that. You know, like, you can see each other without seeing each other. My best friend's a Canadian, lives in Canada. But I love seeing them get together and have those moments where they are just a family, just a group of friends, just people who love each other and are able to enjoy each other's company. It was very nice. I'm glad that Penelope, I mean, I'm assuming Penelope and Tyler Green are going, I feel like just calling him Tyler is weird, he's Tyler Green. They're going to, that relationship will probably come back up. Penelope definitely still has it bad for him, and I think he still has it bad for her. And given that now it's everyone knows about it more or less, and it's not like a secret, and it's not going to muck up the case necessarily, I'm more okay with it. It was just so fucking stupid last season, and I cannot believe that Lust, or because at that point it was Lust, they didn't know each other well enough for it to be more. It may have grown into being more, but you know, a connection of any kind is so strong that you can't be like, maybe we shouldn't let a serial killer have an easier time getting away with everything. Maybe we shouldn't, like, it bothered me. But this season, I feel like potentially he's just a consultant they're working with. It probably isn't the best case scenario, but it also, it could even be something they could declare, right? Like, I'm sleeping with a coworker. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be less frustrating this season. And hopefully Tyler will have continued to grow as a person after all the traumas and everything he's been through. Because there are also, I suppose, there are a lot of other people that could help them, but he's got that military background, he's got his like infiltrating the network background, and he's already so familiar with the case. The danger with Tyler, as always, is that he is so personally connected to it. The idea that you could just walk into a room, look at the most prolific serial killer there has ever been, and be like, you want to just do 5 years in prison and have no extra time? It baffles me. Like, the only way I would make that deal would be if I knew that secretly we were actually going to push for a much harsher sentence over what happened with Rossi, because like you did that to Rossi, and you also shot Tyler Green, so like that's like you attempted murder of somebody else, and you tried to kill your wife. She's going to testify. So that's it. Like, if we knew that that there were enough that weren't being Sicarius, other charges that you were going to bring against him. Like, I would screw over a serial killer that I was confident would stay behind bars forever, rather than just making up. And also, Coulson would never. I feel like every time he's on screen, Coulson would never. But it was just, I mean, there's a S.H.I.E.L.D. thing happening here, because Coulson turned up to it. I'm going to stop. I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I miss it dearly. Just the idea of making that deal, and whatever threat Gold Star poses, he is one man. Sicarius is also one man, but he has killed hundreds, if not thousands of people. Like, he has personally killed hundreds, right? And then if you put into that how many people he got in contact with, he nurtured, he gave the tools and the courage to actually act on their feelings, he's killed thousands of people. He's a national fucking security threat too. I guess the biggest threat with Gold Star is who Gold Star is, who Gold Star used to be, and what they know. And obviously it's not going to look good for America if it's like, we trained someone to be a super cool killer and then he killed our own people. But being willing to let someone like Elias Voigt get away with everything, like they were last season, to cover up Gold Star doesn't 100% make sense to me in terms of PR moves. Like, we covered up like an evil serial killer that's killing you all because we wanted to cover up another one of our secrets isn't going to sell well either. And I love the idea of us trying to manipulate him this time, us having the upper hand over him. He, right now, Voight thinks he has all the cards. Like, yes, going to prison wasn't his ideal scenario, but he thinks he is in control of this scenario now that it is happening. And I love the idea that we're going to try and turn the tables on him. Now, obviously, the downside of that is he is a mastermind manipulator, sociopathic psychopath. So, you know, he's not going to be easy to manipulate or deal with. But it's going to be very interesting. The most heartbreaking part of this episode, other than, you know, the murders, was Rossi having Voight in his head. Now, I never love it in shows. I mean, in this one, I just enjoy the way, is that Guilford? Oh my god, my brain. Voight actor. I enjoy the way he plays him, so it's fun having hallucination Voight. But like, do people really go through traumas or whatever and then see a physical person wandering around and talking to them? Like, is that a common thing that happens? Is that a thing that happens? It's a TV show trope thing that happens, but it always kind of makes me feel like a little jarring, because I'm like, that's not real. But maybe it is real and I'm wrong. I don't know. But the idea that Voight is I'm choosing to believe that he's just constantly thinking about Voight. Kind of like my realistic approach of it is that Voight's always on his mind, and he almost like can hear his voice in his head because of everything they went through and everything he went through. The idea that Voight is still that close to him. In some ways, this close personal working with Voight and hopefully ultimately one-upping him when Voight thinks he's one-upping us will hopefully help Rossi heal. But it breaks my heart to see him struggling so much, because when we met him again, obviously we met him ages ago, he was dealing with so much grief and loss, and for him to still be struggling so much over a separate thing is very heartbreaking to see. The rest of the team, it was great to see. Tara's girlfriend, whose name, brain fog, CFS, very sorry, I can't remember. I like her more than I did in the entirety of the last season. Actually, when we first met her last season, I didn't dislike her, but since then, I liked her the most when she just outright just gave them helpful information about Voight. Like, there was no benefit to her to doing that other than winning Tara over. She kind of lost a few of those points when she was like, maybe I did it because it was the right thing, or maybe I did it because I love you. Like, I don't want someone who doesn't care about people being murdered to love me. Go away. Obviously, it's slightly more complicated. Now we know Gold Star isn't like a secret government testing program or something, that it is also a serial killer. You could kind of argue that, but really just keeping it a secret just keeps people in danger from the serial, because if you don't know there's a threat out there, how can you protect yourself from it? And then also, the BAU had to be like, knock, 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 hey, we've uncovered Gold Star, please can you let us do our fucking jobs now? Which, they should have just got the BAU involved in it in the first place, and we'd have had Gold Star 10 years ago. Very good first episode, very promising first episode. I was wondering how this season would work, because so much of the last season was tied into Sicarius, even following Sicarius, and I was wondering, like, would the second season be like a new serial killer? But Sicarius was just such a big killer. He's like the killer of all killers. It would feel a bit weak to just follow a run-of-the-mill serial killer in the same way. So I do wonder what the plans are going forwards. And will we ever see Gold Star? I don't know. Fantastic first episode. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. And thank you so much for watching.